Alright, welcome back to Create It. This is everything you need to know to get started drawing on Procreate. So, let's get started. So when you open the app, yours will not look like mine does. Mine just looks like this because I've been using it for a while and drawing on it for a while, so it has my drawings already loaded to it. But if it is your first time using the app, you will see these amazing drawings first loaded onto it, and these are by professional artists, and they just kind of show them to you to, I guess, inspire you to start drawing, so maybe one day you can create drawings like these. But to start, you'll need a fresh new canvas, and you do this by pressing the plus sign. Now there's lots of sizes on here that you can choose. I would recommend starting with just the screen size, but as you can see in the video, you can also create a custom canvas with width and height dimensions. But for now, just choose one that you like and start drawing. And as you can see here, to delete one of the canvases, you just press select, press the little bubble, and then press delete. And then to move the canvas around to your liking, you just pinch with your two fingers and drag it to the spot where you think it's best for you to draw on. Now I'm sure you actually want to start drawing now, so to do this you press the paintbrush at the top and you are just flooded with so many options. There's probably any paintbrush you can think of, it's on here. From inking, to sketching, to drawing, to calligraphy, to painting, to even industrial tool brushes. You can choose just about anything that you want to draw with. So right here, I'm just doodling a small little like scratch mark thing to show you the next tool, which is the smudge tool, which is the little finger icon at the top. And the awesome thing about the smudge tool is every option you have for a paintbrush, it's also for the smudging tool. So if you want to smudge with something like a water drip, you can totally do that. As you can see right here, I am smudging with just the Studio pen, and it's creating an awesome effect on this little scratch mark. You can smudge in basically any direction, in any way, and it creates this cool effect on your drawing. So now I just cleared that, and I'll show you how to do that later, but the next tool I'm going to show you is the eraser tool, and like the paintbrush and the smudging tool, you have the exact same options for the eraser tool. You can erase with a water droplet, like I said, with like an industrial tool, anything. So right here I am just erasing with the Opticon, and you can erase with literally anything, and it creates the coolest effect. So the next tool is probably the coolest tool, and it's the layers tool. It's the two little white boxes. To clear the layer, you drag on it and you press the red clear button. So right here on the canvas, I'm going to be writing hello, as you can see. And you'll see the awesome ability this layers tool has. So you create a new layer and you put the layer that you want on top, and then you grab something else like a new color or whatever it is in your drawing that you need to use this tool for, and as you can see, it keeps the hello on top and sends the red behind. So you can have like a background or something while still protecting your hello. But then if you decide you want the red in front, you just drag it on top, and now the hello is covered up. Okay, so now what would be a drawing without a little bit of color? So the little top right circle. This is your color palette. You have the disc, the classic, the harmony, the value, and the palette. I usually stay on the classic because I think it's the easiest to find your color on. There's also, in the harmony, your history of colors, which is nice if you want to find a color that you can't exactly match. And then you have your palettes. You can create your own palette, as you will see, or you can use like the flourish, campfire, sand that they give you, which is really cool if like you can't figure out the right color, so you can just go back to one of the palettes you made. And then something that's also really cool, if you draw something and then hold it there for a second, it creates like almost a perfect shape. So I drew a like little oval right there, and it turned into like a pretty awesome line. And then you can see I picked a color I want, and then I dragged it over and it filled the shape. So there's a really cool fill feature that comes in handy when you're drawing. And then what's also really cool is at the top there's that little arrow button, and what that does is it allows you to move your drawing around. So you can move it up and down, turn it around, basically anything. And then there's the little S tool, which is the select tool, and you just kind of select if you're drawing it, and you can do things like copying and pasting, but it's not super important. And then the wrench tool is super useful. You can insert a photo into your drawing, insert a file, you can save your drawing, send your drawing, and then there's this super cool time-lapse replay that it has that shows you what you did in your whole entire drawing. And I use this a lot for YouTube to export things and drawings that I've done. And then on the side, you can adjust the size of your brush, and it shows you a little preview of that, as well as the opacity of the brush. As you can see, I adjusted the sizes, and you can tell the differences, and I adjusted the opacity, and you can also tell the differences. And then there's this really cool tool called the eyedropper that is that little square thing, and you drag it to a color that you want, and then your color palette becomes that color. So if you forgot one of your colors, or you like want to match one of your colors but you can't get it spot on, use a little eyedropper tool to find the right color you want. And that is everything you need to know to start drawing on Procreate. Obviously there's so much more you can do with the program, but that is what you need to know to start. So hopefully you learned some things and that you're ready to start drawing, and hopefully I will see you next time.